And now the too big to fail tech, corporate, monopolistic establishment is working 24/7 to censor the truth and to hide critical information. Because again, people like the Google founders meet with the White House a couple times a week, actually. Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, who's against Donald Trump building a wall, is actually building a massive wall in Hawaii, I think the island of Kauai, just destroying the view and the open air access to his property. I think he spent over $100 million because he's so, progressive, and he's so pro-immigration and anti the wall that Donald Trump wants. But he builds a massive wall on his own property because that's just how he rolls. But they are working, these people like the Zucky, who spend millions of dollars on personal bodyguards and protection a year. They're obviously very politically activated, and I would argue stronger than the U.S. government today because they are the government, and they are this tech monopoly that rules everything now. Again, America makes nothing anymore. Nothing. Not a gosh darn thing. Not a physical product or good. All we do in America now, we are a texting economy. That's right. We just social media. That's our value here in the United States now. Everybody's a social media tycoon. Text messages add value. And we see this, again, from the likes of Facebook and Google and Apple, which has really gone down the tubes ever since Steve Jobs passed away, are now working around the clock 24/7 a day to hide facts from you, the people. The New York Times tech columnist calls on Google to hide critical HillarysHealth info. Go online and put it down, Hillary Clinton illness, and take a look at the videos yourself, Rudy Giuliani goes to say. And then Manju of the Times calls for Google to censor, kind of this Orwellian planet that we live today, fix the problem of search results possibly hurting the Democratic nominee. I've read reports, data-oriented reports, that say Google has the ability to skew election results some 20 to 40%, just based on their search algorithm. I want you to think about that for a minute. Google has the ability, according to some data sets that I've researched, to skew the results, especially among people that are undecided. They're not politically inclined. They're just hearing kind of a lot of noise right now. They're not politically activated like maybe you and I are, and they don't have all the evidence. Google has the ability to skew the election some 20 to 40%, especially among that group of people that are undecided. So you have to understand, I think you know this, and I'm preaching to the choir, that we are at war with this political and big tech establishment, which is doing everything in their power to make sure Hillary is their girl. Give her a little slap on the ass. Hillary is her girl. Because they know that she works for them. Google is now hiding the Clinton body count search suggestions. The Clinton body count is an infamous list of alleged murders connected to the Clintons. When a web user searches for Clinton body on Bing or Yahoo, for example, the suggested results all relate to the Clinton body count controversy. However, search for the same term on Google, Clinton body, only returns suggestions related to auto repair shops. Seriously. And nothing to do with the Clinton body count. Now go ahead and try this for yourself right now. Put in Clinton body count on Bing or Clinton body count on Yahoo, and then compare it to Clinton body count on Google. And you'll get search results, as we printed out here, like Clinton body shop is what you get on Google. Clinton body shop, I'm just really having trouble kind of making up the rest of the words here, but nothing to do with, and maybe they've changed this now, because now this has been pushed out by alternative media. Everybody knows this to be true, so let us know if it's been changed. They change the Google algorithm, I think, some 600 times a year, they say. I'm sure a lot of the changes, though, are made in secret. But this is what we're dealing with among the tech establishment, these monopolies that nobody seems to care about. Remember when they brought these antitrust lawsuits, wasn't it in the 1990s against Microsoft because it was getting too big? It was getting too out of control, them taking over, the PC software market, so they had to go after them. Well, not anymore. You see, all our economy is, I even heard Carl Icahn, who will be, and is a part of the, and will be a part of the, the Trump train, and, a part of his cabinet likely if Trump gets into the White House, talking about how we no longer have an economy and that we're going to have to pay the piper at some point in the not too distant future. Not everybody can be a social media star. And we've really kind of just sold ourselves, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, this is what I do. I've been doing this nearly 10 years now. This is my profession. I mean, I did it when people said it was crazy, that I was a lunatic, that I saw the potential in what we do today. I was laughed at, demeaned. People talked behind my back. Now I'm a consultant to both of these people, charging them, hourly rate that an attorney charges. But my point being is that not everybody is a social media star. That the economy has to create more value than just text messages for this shit show to sustain itself long term. We need physical products, physical goods. The country has to do something. It can't all just be an algorithm. So Google and others are censoring the Clinton body count search results, as well as, and this just turned up, FBI files, I pulled this morning, related to Hillary Clinton and the Vince Foster suicide go missing. The actual hardcore evidence. Ronald Kessler, former Washington Post and Wall Street Journal investigative reporter, is the New York Times best-selling author of The First Family Detail, Secret Service Agents Reveal the Hidden Lives of the Presidents and the Secrets of the FBI. Now, this is rather lengthy, so I'm not going to go over all of it, but Vince Foster, many of you, are well aware of, know who he was. He was suicided, is, what they say happened to him, even though Hillary went on a tantrum. Because we know that this is a very violent, volatile woman, and basically just lashed out at him. I'm paraphrasing a bit in front of her board and everybody, and her administration at the time, whatever she was doing politically, and just said that, he had failed her and failed us, and just really pissed all over him with her fabrication of a feminazi dick, and made him feel so bad, that in the best case scenario, he killed himself. Worst case, he was suicided by Hillary Clinton. But isn't it convenient? And this is a long laundry list. We've gone over a lot of this, folks. There's a lot of people like Vince Foster. But again, they don't want you to know the truth, and it's why they're going to censor this information. I talk about this all the time, but it's getting harder and harder to uncover the truth because of this monopolistic web that makes up these too big to fail tech tycoons and giants that make up these companies that you're all well too familiar with.